Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another Grounded Update video, where today we're hopping in and talking 5 things I wish I knew sooner about Grounded 1.0. Alright, so this first one, guys, is talking all about what is, if not one of, but the possible strongest weapons that has been added to Grounded, but will 100% be one of the strongest weapons added to Grounded for the early game. Literally, all you need in order to get this weapon is the availability to build some clover roofs and a single bomb, which is not that difficult. So, what is this weapon? This weapon is the Pinchwacker. The Pinchwacker is a tier 3 axe that is probably the most powerful axe because of its not only strength of being a tier 3 axe, but also has the ability to let off shocks of electricity randomly while you are swinging it and fighting things. So you have bonus damage that can be done as well. So not only are you getting chopping damage, you're also getting random electricity shocks like that go out and do bonus damage, but this thing can also be upgraded to go down any of the different upgrade paths that you would like a standard chopping weapon to go down. So it hits like a truck, it has some shock damage, and it has stun on it as well and can be upgraded. Now, there is a little bit of a downside to the Pinchwacker. The Pinchwacker's only way in order to repair it is with repair glue. Now, repair glue isn't something you get until late game. But if you go through and you upgrade it slowly throughout your early part of your game, when you're going through and fighting different bosses and stuff like that, save and load to make sure you're not dying and needing to repair it unneeded, going through and slowly upgrading it with upgrade materials, getting it to level 1, then level 5, all the way up to level 9, it can be a very powerful weapon to have at your side, especially with the damage. Now, what do you need to get this? In order to get this, you literally are going to need 5 clover roofs. 5 clover roofs and 1 bomb. Now, clover roofs are super easy in order to build. You can carry most of the materials on inside of your backpack if you want to make them. The only thing that you cannot carry in your backpack is the stems, and you could just go and grab 5 of them. But you go and grab 5 weed stems, 20 clovers, and 40 sap, and just like, not even 40 sap, it's 10 sap, and just like that, you have the ability to make this ramp that I built here, going from this little up piece of dirt here. You literally build it right in between those 2 tufts, and you build straight up here. You throw a bomb at this door that is right here, which is why you need a bomb, which is super easy to get, and you can go inside of here, walk all the way down to the end in this super dark hallway, and underneath this blinking red light in this trash can, you can grab yourself your own, very own Pinchwacker, which is a very, very, very powerful weapon to have that early in any game, whether you're playing on mild, medium, or WoW, or any of your different custom games that you like to play. Okay guys, so this is the second thing that I wish I knew sooner, and that is there's actually a pretty decent spot to build a base here up in the upper backyard area. Now, in this area, there is a bunch of predators all around you, yes, but the best part about this base is that it is up in the air. It's naturally elevated, and it's right here. This spot that I'm talking about, guys, is right here in this end of this line that you follow it down. This is actually another bunch of stumps, and this is a great spot for a small outpost for you to make. It's not going to be anything huge and massive, but it's a great spot for a small outpost that you guys can go ahead and put down. It has a very natural stair for you to get up here, so you don't need to build a staircase or anything like that. It's got a jump that needs to be done from this side over to here, so you don't have to worry about ants coming and stealing your stuff. It's far enough away from the mosquitoes to where you're not really going to have to worry about the tiger mosquitoes, and it's up in the air enough to where you're not going to have things like the black ox beetles, the ladybirds, the ladybird larvae, the ticks, or even really the green shield beetles. They're not really going to affect you over here. The only thing you really got to worry about is gnats. And really, they're gnats. So this is a great spot. It's right here on this little log. You can come up here, you can build down whatever you'd like to start building, and just start your base however you'd like to start it. This is what a place that I plan on building here very, very soon on this save that I have. But on to tip number 3. Okay guys, tip number 3 is going to be elementary for some, but not so much for other veteran players that may not put very much stock into it, and that is gas arrows. Going around and using gas arrows is now going to be probably one of the ways that you're going to be able to take out a lot of the end game creatures a heck of a lot easier. Now, I would suggest you move over to super gas arrows, especially with all the new green shield bugs that are in the game for you to be able to get a lot more super stink sacks to do even more damage, but nonetheless having yourself some gas arrows around so you can start taking out some of those end game challenges like, I don't know, Black Widows, the new Coltana challenge that seems like it's a huge pain, things like that. Gas arrows and super gas arrows are going to be pivotal when it comes to going on and taking on some of the new things and the new challenges that are in the backyard in Grounded 1.0. But this leads us right on to point number 4, which is why I did not take any damage while I was inside of that gas, is the power of trinkets. Trinkets were something that just recently got added to the game in 1.0, and let me tell you how valuable these things actually are. Holy crap! Trinkets are amazing. Trinkets go in your accessory slot that you have right here. You guys can see my toxicity badge that I currently on, giving me gas guard and dust guard, minus the poison resist, but nonetheless, as long as I'm not going out and fighting spiders, I should be just fine. But going through and getting all these different trinkets is not only a great collection thing for everybody in the game to be able to do, but they're so powerful in all their different perks that they give you as a player in Grounded. To be able to go through and have different things like Thor's trinket, which literally gives you like 10 to 15% in a ton of different stats, to a suspicious ice cap mint that literally gives you fresh attack on every attack you do, no matter what weapon you're using, to these different ominent badges that are in the game, from the one that I'm currently using, the entomologist badge, to a compliance badge, which literally gives you a healing every time you parry somebody, which means if you perfect block, you heal, to all the way over to literally making it so you can carry 15 planks at the same time, no matter what armor you are using. These badges, these trinkets are so powerful for you in game, and they are now around for you to go and pick up all the time. Literally, the building intern badge that you can get, that you're looking at right here, that literally makes it so you can carry 15 planks or 15 weed stems at one time. You can literally get just by going into the pond without fighting anything, just by going in the pond and finding it. It is not that difficult for you guys to get this one, and they're so powerful. So badges are super, super necessary, and something I wish I would have known about as soon as I started my 1.0 playthrough. Now, this last one, guys, is going to be a little bit of a spoiler, but I thought that it would be okay to talk about because I'm not actually giving anything away. But one thing I do want to add, guys, is Grounded actually has more than one ending. I don't know if you guys knew that, but there is more than one way to end Grounded. There's what you call the standard, then the different ending, and then I'm not going to go too much into it because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but there is more than one ending to Grounded. So if you guys have beaten the game already, but you haven't gotten both of the endings, it gives you a way to go back and get another ending, play through Grounded again, and give it a try in a different sense. But guys, that is the 5 things that I wish I would have known sooner about Grounded 1.0, right when I would have started off. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If you guys did, hit that like button. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. And also, guys, please don't forget to subscribe, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.